If I had $1 for every time somebody came into my practice and told me that they discovered that they were Jesus and now they're looking for Mary and Joseph, I would have about $4. Which isn't that much money, but the point I'm trying to make, or the point I'm trying to question, is what really are past lives, and why is it that I've had a past life of Cleopatra, and so too have many of my friends? So let's explore it. As an intuitive healer, we get past lives, coming into practice quite often. You get little memories of past times flashing up, or you might get someone returning back to the time that they were a king and they're needing to learn and embrace their qualities of being royal and regal. And so past lives are a beautiful experience for the client, for the student, even for myself and for you if you've ever experienced them. But what I would like to do is unlock the different ways that past lives actually present themselves so that you can actually go in and work with them with more clarity. So number one is that some of the past lives that you experience are actually just genetic memories. They come from our ancestors, our grandmothers, our great-grandmothers, way, 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 way back. Remember, the human body you live in is very, very old. Thousands, if not millions of years old, all the way back to when that first microbe kind of existed here on Earth. You've got memories, traces that even go further back to the Big Bang. So within you is basically the entire cosmos, and within the experience of time, we gather memories. And so those memories get stored in our DNA, which is our living library, and sometimes those past lives will flash up. And they're past lives, but they're actually just genetic memories. And what I've found is that these genetic memories will flash up when the person needs to finish the learning of what the ancestors did not finish. So maybe it's the lesson of alcoholism. Alcoholism can sometimes travel down the family, and so you might get a past life memory of being an alcoholic and then dying that terrible death, but actually it's coming up so that you recorrect that ancestral programming so that the next generation and your life has a better future. The second reasons why past lives come up is because actually they're just learning files. Remember, we live in a very big universe and so much has happened and so much has been experienced. And so what happens if you're feeling a particular way or you're resonating with a particular story in your life, sometimes the past life will flash up because it mirrors the exact story or the exact feelings or the exact lessons that you were also having to learn. And so the past life is there so that you can objectively see why you're having to learn those lessons. Sometimes it's easier for us to see it from another point of view or from another perspective than to see it from our own perspective, because we can be clouded in our own ego. So these past lives come up to help teach us something. They're here because they're resonating with where we are at present. Other times, past lives will flash up because you're here to learn certain skills. And so that's why we get lots of people having past lives as Jesus or Cleopatra, because there are certain qualities and skills or vibrations that need to be transmitted into the person in present day so that they can move forward in that new energy. The other way that past lives come up is because our world is full of memories. Sometimes you can go sit on a chair and all of a sudden get a feeling of the person who used to sit on the chair. Sometimes you can walk down a very old street, like London, for example, where there has been centuries and centuries of people living it. And you can walk down a street and all of a sudden feel like you're in another time. So this world is full of memories, this world is full of experiences, and sometimes our intuitive awareness can cross through different time zones, picking up information that has been going on at different times. And so sometimes we get the feeling like maybe we're having a past life, but really you're just picking up the energy of what happened in that space at a different time. The other way I've seen past lives is because we're just all molecules at the end of the day, and we end up dying and decomposing, and sometimes our molecules get reused again. They get reused to become a tree or to become another person. So we can actually be just a collection of molecules over time resonating with different things in different places. The first thing that I always like to let my students know is that past lives are here just to bring us a lesson. They're here to bring us a learning, to bring us an understanding so that we can make a shift in present time. Remember, everything is happening in the here and now. And so we must learn to just take the qualities and the gifts from those past lives and then integrate it into the person in the here and now. Otherwise, what can happen is that the person ends up trying to live back in that other time or being disappointed in the life they have because they'd rather be that king or that princess who were looked after and served. So remember, with past lives, we're getting the gifts and the qualities and we're integrating them in present time so that they can move forward in their life in a new way. So I hope this little video about past lives helps bring a little bit more clarity, or maybe just gives you more scope to explore more of it. It is a beautiful experience to have a past life, and I've had many past life regressions where I've had, exceptional transformation. One past life I really distinctly remember is I went back in time. I think I went back to the Middle Ages and I was a man, and I remember just lying down and breathing, and all of a sudden I felt like I was breathing in the most freshest, cleanest air. And it was really weird because I was like crossing between my body and that past life experience, but that past life experience was breathing in fresh air and my body in real time was breathing in fresh air. So it kind of made me think, wow, is it possible that we can start to retune our energy bodies and therefore retune our experience to experience a more wonderful, cleaner environment around us? And perhaps, maybe it's possible for us to really elevate our being, our energy body so much that we can retune and help heal the environment around us, bring back the fresh water, bring back the clear air. So these things I find fascinating about past lives. So enjoy your adventures.